night day, chillin' with my girls in my new J. Good, but ain't looking for a new babe. Head down to Taylor Lobs, cause I'm up the street. Real talk, no lie. Feeling in my soul, that's the good vibe. With the right people chillin' inside. If they ain't, then I'll dip straight out to say. Don't even try. I just do me and I still be fly. Okay, we gon' see it's jumping. It ain't too crowded. Music is bumping. Hit that, yeah. Do my dance, that for a minute. Millie rock, hands still spinning. Crisscross, but for a second. I'm chillin'. Spend your line, I hit that. She where it's at, we in there. What is the nappy address? We bout to hit the kick, that's it.
Yo, what's up, man? This is your boy, Mr. SmokeFellas, man. I'm sitting out in the yard. As y'all see, I got the throwback, the Humidor on. You saw the intro. Man, we straight throwback today. Was feeling a little blast from the past. So we're going to get into it, talk about these sports stuff that's going on in the NFL, the NBA. And let's get to it. I got my man KDL with me today. What's up, KDL?
What is happening? Good Saturday morning to y'all. And that was a throwback for real. You see how young we was looking? Neither here nor there, though, man. Happy Saturday, man. Let's get it. Let's talk some sports.
Well, Kev, I'm going to say me and you look young. I ain't going to say somebody else look young. He still was looking old back then. But that's neither here nor there, as you say. Let's keep the party started. And I got my man coming in. Lucky Lefty. Kansas City loading.
Well, first of all, that was totally unnecessary.
I know it was, man.
But that throwback was dope. That was actually one of the dopest intros that we've ever done. And it also go to show how long we've been doing this shit. I was on 119. They've been gone for a minute, so how long we've been getting down, shit. But it was man, yeah, it was a good time. Actually, man, I remember that show. That particular show was amazing. We packed the house. That's when we was doing live, audiences and all that. But it was, man, that was dope.
We talked about something that happened in the city that weekend, remember?
Yep. Everybody named Mama was there. I mean, we had Rich, we had Leslie there. It was everybody. Even Rio stopped too. It turned to a whole event.
Yeah. It was a whole vibe.
It turned to a whole event that
Call it what you want.
Yeah.
It was.
You break it up,
man. I know, man. I might pop off for a minute, man, but I did want to throw this first topic out there, man, as we talk about NBA with the New York Knicks and how it's a straight, man. They by the certain coaches, teams are blocking up like no. Jason Kidd was a no. Udoka was a no go. They were like, oh, Milwaukee said you can interview Doc Rivers. They was like,
that's a rumor.
Hell no. So man, let's talk about this, man.
I think that was a meme.
Did they mess?
I want a meme.
Did they mess up, man? That's what I want y'all to talk about, because did they pull the trigger? I know you disagree with it in the first place, but did the front office mess this up? Kev, I'll let you go ahead and start off. I might pop off to check my system, and I'll be back on.
Yeah, you're going in and out. To answer the question, of course they messed up. It's embarrassing. Like, even if you didn't have a certain plan, right? You didn't have Mike Malone lined up. You didn't have Mike Brown lined up. You didn't have the coach from Memphis lined up, right? That's cool. But you got to have some type of, okay, if A goes wrong, then we're going to go to B. Your plan couldn't possibly have been, we're going to call every coach that got a job, and we're going to request to interview them for our job, because we're the Knicks, and we was 2 games away from the final. That couldn't have possibly been your plan. So Leon Rose is the GM. From all indications, and I listen to there's a fan New York station on Instagram that I follow, as I follow the Giants. They lit into the Knicks. They're saying this is Dolan's hands all over it. This was a Dolan call, not a Leon Rose call. This was a Dolan call. So Dolan been gone putting up the spear in Vegas. Leon Rose and them been handling the business for the Knicks. You can't possibly tell me Dolan just, because they said Dolan was a part of the exit interviews, right? So normally that's your general manager, people higher up, stuff like that. The owner never comes to the exit meetings. Dolan was in the exit meetings. So each player got to speak with Dolan. This was a Dolan call, dog. This was a Dolan call. So Dolan is back in the mix.
Whether it was a Dolan or a Rose call, it's typical Knicks. Dumb shit.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they clearly, like you stated, they didn't have any plan. We've been talking about it all week. They've been losing the whole offseason, and the offseason ain't really even kicked in yet. Like, that was the worst move. And we talked about it last week. I mentioned that, this next hire is going to be big. They got to hit. Like, they got to hit on this next hire. Now, I was thinking maybe it was somebody on the bench or some young unknown that they made move up, just like we talked about with the Bulls when Phil Jackson replaced Doug Collins, or, maybe some cat like that sitting in the background when Udoka replaced Brad Stevens. Maybe it was some unknown sitting back there. These cats are actually requesting interviews, requesting from other teams. So, like you said, if that was your plan, hell, I got magic beans to sell you, because you an idiot and you clearly got money to blow, because you gave him an extension. Now you're giving him $30 million to walk with no contingency plan. What up, Gandy? So it's just
what up, Gandy?
It's ridiculous. Knicks fans should be highly upset. We always say, people in Chicago, we always got this thing with Tibbs. We feel like Tibbs is the reason Rose knee got messed up and he never, his career ended up going the way it go, which, I mean, if it had a bad knee, it was going to go at some point anyway. But we said it before, you don't go a step up. You don't do better than last year and then get fired. Because at the end of the day, once you here at the Eastern, you make the Eastern Conference Finals, that should be your standard going forward. So your next coach, if your next coach only get to the second round, it's an epic fail. It's an epic fail.
It shouldn't be nothing less.
Yeah, it's an epic fail. I mean, at the very least, they should have let him fail or at least take a step back. But here's another reason you shouldn't have fired him. You changed the team on him. So you changed the team on him, got rid of Randall, Dante, all that, picks, all that, right? Brought in Bridges, right? Brought in Karl Anthony Towns, and he took what you gave him a step further than what you got rid of. So that's all the more reason he deserves another year, because, okay, we gave you a new team. You took us a step further than we did last year. Okay, let's see what we can do. All the we don't play the bench and all that, you knew that before you hired him. So we stop with that. You knew that. That's how the man get in. And you hired him. But he still got you back-to-back 50-win seasons. He still got you to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years. So he deserved another. If he was going to tweak the roster, whatever, he deserved that, because he took what you changed. At least let him take a step back.
Yeah.
Don't fire him when he.
Let's see if it's gonna work. Okay, he ain't the guy, but he didn't deserve to get fired 2 days after he was 2 games away from the West. That wasn't right, bro. Wasn't right at all.
Yeah, that was messed up, man. And to To jump out there and think that you were going to snatch Jason Kidd, Udoka, any of these top coaches, you was going to snatch those without having conversations before you made your move was idiotic.
Ben, you know what that's called? New York arrogance. We're New York. Everyone wants to come here. That's arrogant as hell. And it's biting them in the ass. They feel like because we the Knicks, we the Mecca, we can can't nobody gonna turn us down. No, it don't work like that. It don't work.
This guy Dolan hands all over it.
I saw on social media that they was gonna bring Nick Nolte from Blue Chips out of retirement.
At this point, they might as well. What's gonna happen is either gonna be Sam Cassell or some young unknown that we don't know about, that we probably don't know about, but maybe the inner circles in the league know about the next young upcoming guy. That's the only thing.
They was talking about dude from Cleveland that was on the bench before.
Right.
Brian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we really don't know him like that, But I don't know why they were requesting the interview. We calling all these teams, even calling the Bulls. Why are you calling all these teams requesting interviews? If this cat here, like you say, was on the bench in Cleveland, if he's your guy, then target him because y'all look ridiculous right now.
They look bad.
Ridiculous. It's a shit show.
Yeah, they look good.
They look bad.
Meanwhile, T is like, hand me my 30 mil.
Right, run that 30 mil.
Right. 30 mil. While y'all keep getting embarrassed, I'm gonna count these chips on the island, relaxing.
Now, I also heard that they might bring them back. I said, now that would be the biggest shit show ever seen in any, when I say any sports league.
That would be more embarrassing.
First of all, the Knicks front office got an ego and Tibbs got an ego. Their ego will not. They're gonna sell this thing as that this was the guy we wanted all along. Whoever they hire, this was the guy we always wanted. We know the bullshit press conference. That's about.
They're gonna double down. They're gonna double down.
Hey, well, you gotta double down. You can't bring the man back.
Hell no.
This ain't an R-Truth situation. You can't bring the man back.
And you realize bringing him back.
And if you notice, Tibbs.
Remember, they terminated that contract, so they still were on that 30 million. They had to sign him to a new damn contract.
Regardless.
Yeah. So Tibbs could say, fuck you, give me all the money.
You just extended them last time last year, you just extended them.
The highest paid coach in NBA history. That's what he would turn to.
Right. Easily, quickly.
Ego would never allow you to fire somebody and bring them right back. Like it's too much pride and like do you know how idiotic you look doing that? Like you look like a total.
You already look idiotic.
Right, and you already look bad. But this is beyond incompetent. Now we're going into idiot stages here. So they need to hurry up and make a hire and grab somebody. Quit embarrassing themselves. Matter of fact, just put a help wanted sign outside the garden and let people come in off the street and interview.
It's a rumor they waiting on the finals to get through so they can holler at Carlisle.
Hey Ben, we hiring.
Come on, man.
But see, there you go, Cam. That's that New York arrogance. We're gonna wait for Carlisle. You think Carlisle gonna leave his situation? That's that New York arrogance. That's that bullshit.
Right. They better go hit the nearest temp agency next to the garden.
Exactly. Oh, we gonna wait for Carlisle. If this motherfucker turn around, mess around, and win it, we New York. They're coming. Like everyone wants to come here. This is the Mecca. Fuck out of here.
No way. Ain't no way. Now, can I run back a topic from last week? If y'all don't mind, just kind of bear with me.
If it's ongoing, then might well.
The superstar topic that we were having. And we were having this conversation about a certain individual.
Actually, they've had this on. There's a lot of sports shows this week have been saying they're talking about the same thing.
Magic Johnson just answered this.
Mm-hmm.
Kill. So
you trying to pass out Crow. That's what you're trying to do. Like you
I am.
trying to find you want to serve up a 6 wing. You want to serve up a six wing Crow.
To who?
That's right.
But that's what you want to do.
To who? Because I never said Halliburton was a superstar, so I don't know who he directing this to.
For
I
this right here, this topic just called me Negro Damas.
Yeah, you
because you know, I'm not even gonna step into the superstar reign. I just said that he had a toe in the water to be a star. But y'all was saying he's already a star. You're not a star yet, buddy. You're not a star.
He's already a star, man.
Come on,
he's
man.
Already a star, bro. He's not a superstar.
Yeah, I still give him star now. If you want,
he's already a star.
Thing.
Don't do that. He's already a star. He's started the team.
He's a threat.
He's not the best player on the team. That would be Siakam. But he's the star of the team. As Magic Johnson said, he got to be a guy that you go through the turntiles to see. He got to be a guy that you run home, I can't miss this game. Dude playing. He got to be a guy that sells out, that makes sure when he shows up, it's a premium game. That's a superstar.
I don't ever see him reaching that.
Well, he ain't that. He ain't that.
Well,
but to say not a star, now come on now.
You do this on the road and you do it at home to be a superstar. Right now, he's not that guy. He's not that guy.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
he's inconsistent. I give you that.
He's that, and he is going against the top defense in the league too. On top of that, it's not like he's going against bums. You know, OKC throw hella bodies at you. OKC, man, they're different. Man, that's what's so amazing about the series because
you giving them an excuse.
I'm not giving an excuse. I'm just saying. But we already saying if we say he's not a superstar, if that's the argument, I give you that he's not a superstar. But yeah, it's going to be hard to average. You know, and I don't even think he's a pure scorer like that. Like SGA is a scorer. SGA is a pure scorer.
It's not a game.
Right. Halliburton is not that. So if we expecting 25, 30 a game, we're not getting that. Like you definitely gonna get some 16 and 11s, and that's kind of the plateau I got him at 20, maybe a 20 here and there, 20 and 10 here and there, 10 assists, but that's all I'm seeing. All so right. You going with him not being a pure scorer and going against OKC defense. That's it's not surprising that his numbers are, you know.
He gave you about 15 to 20. Don't be shocked if he pull off an 11-point game. But his job is give me 10 assists. Mm-hmm. And even if he's not scoring, like we were saying last night, even if he's not scoring, putting up scoring numbers, he has to be aggressive. Because when he's aggressive, now they try to stop him in a little float or whatever. He could kick it out to Nim Smith, knee hard, whatever the hell, and they hit their threes, right? He's aggressive. When he's passive, they don't have no go-to scores outside of Siakam. So he has to attack and be aggressive. Not necessarily, you don't need 30 out of you because that's not you.
Right. So
you got to be aggressive.
So what do you mean when you say aggressive, Kev? You saying attacking?
He got to keep the ball. He got to not only. What I mean by aggressive, he has to not only get his assist numbers because he got to do that. He's the engine, but he has to be aggressive shooting the ball because
we just said he's not a scorer like that though.
He's not, but he has to be aggressive in shooting. Here's why: not necessarily to get 30, but when he's aggressive and he's doing those floaters, he's going to the basket, right? He's a good helter-skelter dude. Like you give him the ball when it's panic time, and he can run around and get you a basket.
Yeah.
If you ask him to outright score, that's not his game. It's not his game whatsoever. He's good at helter-skelter.
Kev, that's a great analogy, helter-skelter. I give you that. But you can't be helter-skelter in one quarter. You got to do that all four.
That's what he do.
That's all four, baby. So that's why I say you can't be a star and you only want to play one quarter. I'm not saying that's what he wants to do, but that's what he's doing. He's playing one quarter. Stars play 4 quarters, man.
I think being okay. You coming down a little hard on him, Ben, but I think he kind of goes with the flow of the game, and then when he gets to that point, like Kev said, he's not aggressive as far as taking over a game until like late. So he kind of goes, and Rick Carlisle has a system too, man. It's not like you can't go out there and do the Jalen Brunson and dribble for 20 seconds and then do something. Like he actually runs a system.
And he don't play the whole game either. Rick Carlisle actually takes him out.
I got one more for you. One more. Do you notice that he spends a lot of time on the bench? And you be like, why he ain't in the game?
Foul.
That's because he's not being aggressive. He's not playing all 4 quarters, you know. So Carlisle is gonna say, hey, buddy, have a seat. Somebody go down to the bench, talk to him, get him going or something. That's not a star, bro.
Or maybe maybe don't want him more down for the 4th quarter too. So let's give him credit too. It could be that maybe he don't want, he want him as less tired as possible in the 4th quarter down the stretch, because that's when these teams are shining.
It's also a reason. It's also a reason when he scores 20 points, they win. They keep saying this on the broadcast every game.
Yeah.
The reason for that. So that's why I say he has to be aggressive. Not necessarily, you're not a scorer, right? But when you're aggressive, you open it up for everybody. Because if they got to guard you, you could kick it out to your shooters, right? You could drop it off to a Siakam. You could drop it off to a Miles Turner. When you're aggressive. When he's not aggressive and he's passive, they don't have like one-on-one guys outside of Siakam.
Passive is he's just standing outside of the perimeter and moving the ball around. He's not.
Yeah, he's not looking to score. It was times, man, during when they was getting blown out, he wasn't even looking at the basket. He'll penetrate, jump in the air, and kick it out. And then in the 4th quarter, he put up like 15 points, but it was garbage points. They was already down 20.
Right.
So it meant nothing.
Yeah.
But you saw noticeably he was aggressive in the 4th quarter, and he wasn't in the whole game. That was Ben saying. He only playing 1 quarter. But notice the difference. See how aggressive he is in the 4th quarter?
Yeah.
He don't do that the whole game, bro.
Well, you know what? But he's also that cat that, he's streaky as far as scoring. So and when I say score, like a scorer putting it up, whether he hot or not, right? Kobe, Mike, like I don't care if I miss my first 10 shots. I'm putting it up every time. That's a score's mentality. SGA.
That's a score. Yeah.
That's a score's mentality. He doesn't have that. He's not that. Like if he misses first couple of shots, you're gonna see him be a little more pass first. He doesn't have that. Right. He don't have that. I'm putting it up till I get hot. Now he'll hit a shot. He'll hit like a crazy 3 or something, and then he'll get a little rhythm to him. Then he'll start rolling. But yeah, I mean, some cats are just like that, man. Everybody ain't Kobe and Jordan and SGA and Harden and.
I get it.
He's not that. He's definitely not that. That's why they win when he does score 20, because it's not, it's almost like, oh, he feeling it, But he doesn't even average 20, right? What's his average on the season?
He don't average 20.
18.2. But this series,
not bad.
He is averaging 11 points this series.
Damn. Well, like I say, let's give OKC defense some credit too. OKC defense is tough, man. They throwing bodies at you. They throwing 4-5 different cats at you, man. They can switch it up, whether it's Dort, Caruso, Williams. Man, they throw by SGA, and they long. So
that's the thing. They need him. Because he, as far as matchup, size-wise, and length, he's perfect.
For a point guard.
He's perfect for that. But he ain't showing up. And then, I don't know if y'all saw my text last night, when Turner was at the top of the key, nobody was in front of him, and he drove to the basket. It was the worst drive I've seen since Sly was in Vegas trying to hoop.
Because because he didn't want to drive. He was like, "Oh, it's a lane. I know the play you're talking about because we tripped on it."
Well, that's because when you playing OKC, when you playing OKC, it looked like they shocked when they wide open. It looked like a lot of times they get the ball, they're expecting defense to be right there. So it happened a few times this series. They'll get the ball like, oh shit, I'm wide open. Oh damn, it's not like a rhythm thing. They like they shocked.
Bro, he didn't trust me. He didn't want to drive. It was the lane was so open. He drove like, okay, y'all gonna let me do this?
No, it's surprising.
It was slow.
And it looked so awkward. That's why I compared it to slide.
He didn't want to do it. You talking about Miles Turner, right?
Yeah.
He didn't want to do it.
He was driving and like this wasn't the plan. This wasn't the plan at all.
Luckily, he got fouled. So it was like, okay. What up, Gandy? I like your comment. Indiana does play with controlled chaos like your Braves were, but that's neither here nor there.
Damn. Well, that's a good comparison, Gandy. Jason Kidd only averaged 12 points a game. But here's the thing: today's game doesn't seem to respect that. Like today's game is all about who's averaging 30 a game, and you know, cats don't even. And I think we'll probably get into the topic. Like cats don't respect the Drew Holidays and people like that. Everybody wants you to be, you know, if you ain't hitting 30 points, you all for you. You're not this or you're not that. Like that's what Halliburton. But that's a good. Not saying he is Jason Kidd, but like Kidd was like that too. Like you know,
Kidd's impact on the game was much more than 12 points.
He always impact on the game, but every now and then he'll pop 20 on you. You know, Kidd to get hot and
Jason Kidd might have 12 points, 15 assists, but when he got that ball on the break, he put the pressure on the defense. You better get back or we laying the ball up.
Oh yeah,
we having a dunk.
Jason Kidd was the reason Vince Carter, Kenyon Martin, Richard Jefferson. I don't think he was there with Kittle, but he was the reason a lot of them cats look good. A lot of them cats got their numbers because of Jason Kidd. So you can say his 12 points if you want to, but it's a reason why a lot of them cats shine when Jason Kidd was the point guard.
Guess what? They had a highlight reel that was amazing when he started the break.
Oh yeah.
You just gotta get out and run.
That roster that you did.
Kidd and Magic on the break. Magic.
This was the play. Hey, Lefty, this was the play. They saw him on the break.
Yeah.
They just pointed up.
Yeah, well, it was definitely Magic won, Kidd too. As far as on a break, who I want to leave my break.
Oh, the Lakers knew too. They got out and ran. They knew.
Right.
You put those two in a fast break, and it's ridiculous. So Halliburton, I don't know. I don't even know who to really compare him to. He probably like a mixture of cats, but
and he's a young cat too, man. We can't be trying to crown him, and this is what he is. You know what I mean? Like he's still.
You're making my point. He's still young.
Still, you know what I mean? But he's already a star, though, man. You can't take that away from him, bro. He is. He's not the best player on the team. Don't get me wrong. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna say when you think of Indiana, do you think of Siakam or you think of Halliburton?
Siakam.
Well, no, basketball fans, real basketball fans,
and I think it's Siakam.
But media says Halliburton. Like mainstream is Halliburton.
Guess what? Siakam is a two-way player. He playing defense, he playing offense, and
he's the best player on the team.
Like you said, Lefty, that's a great defense in OKC, but he's still dropping 20. He's dropping 20.
Well, and Siakam is, let's just call it what it is. His game is ugly. His game is extremely ugly. Ain't no sex appeal to that game at all. Like
he don't have no jump shot and all that either. Like he scores, but he'll take somebody off the awkward hook.
Yeah, it's the most awkward stuff ever, man. But it's effective, right? It's awkward.
You know? So his game is like Gandy.
Damn. Hey,
Gandy ain't no hooper. Gandy play football.
Hey, ain't
No,
nobody on, ain't nobody on the playground driving talking about Siakam.
Catch you with that Siakam.
Ain't nobody trying to get you. I'm about to give you the Siakam.
Come on now. It is somebody in the third world country playing on the dirt court saying Siakam, bro.
Yeah, maybe from his home country. But ain't nobody
Ain't nobody in the States in their backyard talking about
in the States.
5, 4, 3, 2, Siakam.
I hit him with that Siakam, dog. You see that? See that Siakam?
I was high.
Nah,
that's just uncalled for, Lefty. You took us left right there.
I mean, but it's effective, and he was like that in Toronto. It's the same thing. Like, and I think cats like that are not appreciated in today's game like they should be. He a hard hat that put up numbers, and that's rare.
Yeah.
Usually hard hats don't put up the type of numbers he put up. He hustle. He on the floor. He diving in the stands. Like, he's all over the place. So that's that kind of that Rodman type. Well, he didn't have the numbers, but the energy and everything else he brought. Siakam is both. You know what I'm saying? He scored. He could put the ball in the basket. I wouldn't want him to have the ball with the game on the line and have to dribble from the top of the damn key. No shit. Not like that.
He another helter-skelter dude though.
Yeah.
Like he could like when Kawhi was doing this thing with Toronto, Siakam always backed him up, had 20, 25. People wasn't really peeping that.
Yeah.
But Siakam and Van Fleet.
Yeah.
Them other two was on the wrong list.
That's what I say. He been doing.
When you playing back when we was playing, and that dude that was awkward and wild, he hit you with some elbows. He that dude, and you hate to play against that wild, awkward dude.
Nobody wants
like getting buckets.
He always get a bucket. Yeah.
Then after your game, you wonder why you got all these bruises on you. Like,
you like, I don't know how you do it, dog, but you killed us. Like, you'll tell him that. I don't know how you been doing it.
Hey, he the cat you pick because you don't want to play against him. Hey man, let me get Pascal, man. I don't feel like getting beat up today. Let me get Pascal on my side. But yeah, man, it's nothing. And the same thing, man. Ain't no youngster chucking up threes talking about the Halliburton. You know what I mean? You're just not gonna get that. I mean, hell, let's be honest. Ain't nobody talking about SGA either like that. Like, you're driving to the bucket or nothing. His game ain't really sexy. Ain't really nothing sexy about
his game is just efficient.
It's Bernard King. It's Bernard King like.
If you describe SGA just efficient.
Mm-hmm. It's mellow. It's mellow. Bernard King, like, it's just that, get to your spot, raise up, put it in the bucket. That's what he do.
Yeah, it is. What up, Will Wheat?
He ain't gonna have the crowd like, ooh, well, you see that? Like, oh shit, oh, you ain't gonna see that. Not a SGA game.
And quiet as kept.
What up, Wheat?
You don't even know he got 30. He just ended up the game with 30. You be like, damn, he got 30.
Yeah.
No, hey,
you don't peep it.
You don't know he got 30 till you sit at half court looking up at the jumbotron at the score like, damn, he hit us like that.
Yeah, we be watching the game and don't realize he hit you like that.
You don't realize.
You don't want them crazy like 10 straight point runs, then you're like, oh shit, he killing, but you don't know.
But that's how smooth his game is, though.
Yeah.
But you know who knows he got 30 on you? Every coach on that bench.
Oh yeah, they know. Well, at this point, you got to realize, man, he gonna more than likely get 30. You just got to make him work hard, man. And whoever he's sticking defensively on the other side, you got to go at him. Yeah, you got to go at him. Make him.
And that's what I was saying about Brunson. Like, you can't just sit up and let this dude dribble, and come out with 30. You got to go at him on the other end. You got to make him work.
Wear him down.
Make him play deep.
I'm gonna tell you what I don't like about OKC. What you got Chet out there, he getting dog walked by Turner when he come into the paint. You got Hardenstein, and he getting limited minutes, bro. What's going on with that? You gotta put Hardenstein in there so that sucks up Turner. Now double them up. Double them up. They never have them in the game at the same time.
Well, they put him back in the starting lineup last night.
Well, that means because one of them have to stick Siakam, and Siakam's too athletic. Like one of them will have to stick Siakam, and neither one of them.
Yeah, one of them's gonna stick Turner, the other one. Yeah.
Neither one of them are good matchups for Siakam. They'll be in foul trouble before they know it. You see them big cement boot big men trying to be out there with Siakam got it at the little 15-foot nigga, this little move. It's not gonna work. So
whichever one stick Turner, he on the perimeter anyway.
Exactly.
He's standing on the 3-point line. He ain't really driving.
Well,
but it's amazing.
That's clear by that drive last night.
Bro, he didn't want to do it. Yeah. But it's amazing how Cat killed Turner. Okay. And now Turner is killing Hunger. Like it's levels. Let's show you the levels, bro. Because Cat was killing Turner.
I always say, man, Cat top 3 skilled big men in the league. I mean, top 3, 4. You want to say, of course, Joker, and I always forget AD, how skilled AD is.
AD is skilled. And a healthy Embiid will kill you.
Healthy Embiid, and Cat got to be right there. So yeah, I expect Cat to kill Turner. Like I don't think it's between cats in the league that can really slow Cat down when his head in the game like that. But I like Chet and Hartenstein, they're not that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're not that.
Chet got more skills than Hartenstein, though.
Yeah. Chet just lighting the ass, dog. You see his legs?
Yeah, he like
see his legs?
That's what Turner be doing. When Turner drives, he literally moves Chet out the way. Like at the same time.
He can put the ball on the floor. He is an underrated passer. And he can put the ball in the bucket.
I like Hartenstein. I like Hartenstein.
You know,
they take Hartenstein on the team.
Yeah.
They told the story that back when he was playing in high school, his dad was coaching, and he had to go a whole quarter without shooting so he could learn to pass the ball. He was a scorer for the team, but his dad used to say, "You can't shoot this quarter. Get everybody else in the game."
His dad should have coached you. It's neither here nor there.
Oh, Kev, did he just punch me?
Maybe you should have went to his dad's camp for a year.
Wow.
No, but I think Hartenstein is. I just think the problem is having them out there together against Turner and Siakam. So I think that's actually it's a bold move for a head coach that won 68 games, over 80-something wins, and dominating the league to make a change to adjust to a 4 seed in the East. You know what I'm saying?
Well, somebody got in his ear because he went back last night. Somebody got in his ear.
Well, but because what Hartenstein was doing though, the little minutes he was getting, he was effective. Like he didn't just sulk and be like, well, when he got out there, he still played hard. You know, you got a lot of cats that'll be, facing the towel. Like, oh man, I'm coming off the bench now. Hartenstein, he got his minutes, so put him back out there, man.
And I don't know if you guys have noticed that your boy getting the whistle again. Yeah. Through the first couple rounds, SGA wasn't getting that whistle.
But the MVP, it was a crucial call with what, about a minute left, 2 minutes left last night?
Yeah. He getting that whistle now.
Hey, he the MVP.
And to me, Naismith and Nembhard gotta be dumb as hell. You know he getting the whistle now. So why are you trying to play him so physical? You just gotta put a hand in his face. Play. You know, you can't be physical with him because guess what? He thrives on making the contact and going to his shot. So he going to the line. When he go to the line 15 times, Y'all losing.
But they don't know no better because that's how they guarded Brunson. Remember, they was getting through picks. That's how they guarded Brunson. The problem is Shea is 6'6".
Hey,
He
you're
got a
right.
bigger body. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go with I think it's time for a lucky conspiracy theory.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Here go Munch from Law and Order.
Munch dead, man. Munch passed away, dog. That was my boy. Conspiracy theory. The ratings are so low in these NBA finals. Your only saving grace is for this to go 7. To maybe get that one big viewership, that one night where viewership is game 7, winner take all. I think that's the only prayer that they got. And I think the NBA knows it because they watching them ratings. They watching how low they are. I wonder what last night's was probably even lower. May have probably been, even though that was a swing game. But we said beginning of this series that only real basketball fans gonna watch this.
You really don't think people watching this?
Look at the ratings. The ratings ain't lying. The ratings are
Because
low.
it's turning out to be a good series, bro.
For us, we are fans of basketball.
We basketball fans.
I mean, we were gonna watch, but what I'm saying is, it's actually like if you watch basketball, it's turning out to be a good series, man.
Hey, Kev,
like,
tell me that you know one person that's having a watch party for the finals.
Well, I mean, outside of the OKC and Indiana fans, I'm okay. LA might be got things to do, I get it, but but this is actually turning out to be a good series. Like
we're not debating that. It's a great series. Like it's actually a great series if you're a basketball fan. But man, like we talked about earlier, you watching SGA with his boring ass mid-range game. You watching Siakam with his wild hook shots. It's not only basketball fans going can even appreciate it.
When they played, what was it? Wednesday night. When they played Wednesday night, I saw so many people posting they was watching Tyler Perry's Straw.
Mm-hmm.
I just grabbed the info for you. NBA Finals Game 4 ratings are not available yet. All right. However, Game 3 had a 23% decline in viewership compared to the 2024 series.
That's big.
Tyler Perry is making his move.
Tyler Perry knocking out the NBA Finals.
I mean, we sat through Denver. We sat through Denver and Miami before, so everybody get over it.
And guess what? We were super pissed at that.
Yeah.
What
was the Lords? Was it the Net Spurs series back in the early 2000s? Remember that Net Spurs series? That's what I think.
Let me answer your question, Lefty. No, I don't remember that series.
Right.
No, we sat through that. I think
the Spurs swept them, right? It was the Nets, New Jersey Nets, and the Spurs. That was real. That was low. And they had Tim Duncan and Jason Kidd was in that series. So
San Antonio was never no draw either. I mean, you watched them, you respected them, but they weren't no draw.
I mean, you're talking about excitement, man. Like exciting players to watch. That's when you start talking to Stephs and people like that. Even Joker's not like exciting to watch. That's what I mean. That's why you're not gonna get mainstream.
Right.
You're not gonna get mainstream. And this is, I think, the issue forecasting for the NBA. What are we gonna do? Because LeBron's about to go. Steph 37, KD 37. Like they about to go.
That's why they're trying to build these young cats up, man. They trying to get on the Ant-Man train. They trying to get on the coming.
Luka, people like that. You got to get some ratings, man.
Yeah.
You need a ratings magnet, and the SGA is not that. So if OKC is going to be your dynasty, your ratings ain't going.
So guess what? The NBA is praying that the NBA kids that's touching down college have great freshman seasons, one and done. We need y'all. Come on. Like the Mellow, Renos,
y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till the Cooper Flag hype train get going when he get on the floor.
Hey, if he play anyway like he did against Team USA, the train is well deserved.
Here's what y'all forgetting. Kyrie is not playing the first half of the season.
So it's all about him.
Probably
So
like
he gonna get some time.
Probably 3/4 of the season. Kyrie out. He got hurt late in the season, real late.
Okay, so that Cooper Flag gonna get some time.
Yeah,
and they gonna hype the hype train gonna get going behind him.
He was
This is
gonna always get some time.
American dude.
He was gonna always get some time, but remember going into this even before the draft. What did we say? Cooper Flag would not end up in Utah. He would not end up in Washington. They would not put him in a situation like that.
We said that.
We've been said.
First of all,
we didn't think Dallas. We were thinking like Philly, a team like that will come out of nowhere. But
never did I think Dallas.
You guys talk about the face of the league. Isn't the NBA doing this to themselves? Because you're allowing the one and dones. All right. Before it used to be at least 3 years. All right. When you're one and done, you're a 19-year-old kid who ain't never had, most kids, not all, most kids never had jack spit. Okay. Now you're off into the world. You're off into Cleveland, New York, Miami, LA, acting a fool. Now you're getting these women pregnant. All these guys are having these baby mamas, and the NBA does not want to market as the face of their league a guy with multiple baby mamas, which is why Ant-Man's situation. I thought he was going to have a chance to become the league, but because of what his situation is, now I think that's gone. So the NBA is doing it to themselves because they're allowing these kids. Because remember, and that was the reason Dolores, Mike's mom, said you got to marry Juanita. You got to marry because he knocked her up, and that wasn't planned. She's like, you have to marry her. All right, if you want those millions and the endorsements, it got to be the family thing that they can promote to, the rest of America. But the NBA, by allowing these kids in, they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
Hey, Sean, I think Nike has something to do with that too.
Right.
Now, Juanita.
The NBA.
Well, you remember this first one.
The whole campaign for you, bro. You can't be out here like that.
NBA, I'm giving you this. You can take it. Just cut me a check. You need to have a class for the rookies, and it's called Raw is Not Law.
Why you think Tatum hasn't been pushed yet? And Tatum, not tattooed, clean cut young man, but he ain't married that girl.
Well, he not married though.
Well, he ain't with her no more. He with LMA now.
Well,
yeah, he would have. So the chick he with now, that's not his baby mom.
Daddy. So he a baby daddy. So that knocks him out. Baby daddies ain't getting it. The image is everything. We had a huge debate. Me and John Paul wanted to put hands on me. It wouldn't have worked out for him, but he wanted to because I said no dude with dreads will ever be the face of the NBA.
No,
it will never happen.
No,
you got dreads, like you'll be a star, superstar, and all that. Which is why Iverson never got pushed up to that level. They weren't gonna get behind him like that. Image is everything. Even though
NBA is multi-billions of dollars. Yes,
NBA is predominantly black, but the season ticket holders.
You can kind of blame AI for the image that we got right now. I'm just saying.
That's unfair.
You know what? AI was his own dude. Everybody AI was his own dude back then. Like he just move how he move, and
pure hip hop
community got behind AI. So everybody,
So he brought a whole nother element to the league, and he is one of the game changers that I say about the NBA because of what he brought to the league. He brought this huge urban hip hop following to the league. That's what he brought. Tattoos, the braids, practice. Come on, it's like
what we call urban, some other people call thuggish. Unfortunately.
And those are the sponsors, the multi-million-dollar corporation, billion-dollar corporation.
Do you remember what they said about Richard Sherman when he snapped in that press conference?
Mm-hmm.
They called him
Stanford.
They called him a thug. He said, I'm a GPA 4.0 from Stanford University. And they called him a thug because he had braids. So That
he did go
image
off.
ain't gonna go nowhere,
He
bro.
did go off now. Don't
He
start put that out.
He checked him. He checked him. He definitely checked him. But nobody called. Remember Birdman, the white cat with all the tattoos. And
He
what's
played
his
for
name?
Miami.
Yeah,
Yep.
ain't nobody ever called him a thug ever, not once.
I
You know, he was.
think I heard white
He was
trash
just
going around.
eccentric. He was different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard white trash going around with him.
I didn't hear trash though.
I think they could kind of go hand in hand.
You know what? But you know what? His teammates loved him.
Oh yeah.
I saw a
Oh, yeah.
podcast. He was just on a podcast. His teammates loved him.
Oh yeah, because he
Yeah.
man, he was wild.
Yeah,
He was
like he was.
He had their back.
Yeah.
And guess what? He was with the shits.
He was with us at all times.
Yep.
He
So
was
now
really-
even looking now, SGA with them braids in his head. You know, on top of the interracial thing ain't helping him either, because Dr. Umar Johnson just went off on him and Halliburton in one session.
Did he?
You know how he feel about that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't trip off Johnson, man. I'm not a huge follower of that dude, but that's neither here nor there. Carry on.
He got millions of followers though. Trust me.
Now we got
Can't tell
another.
a grown man how to do it.
SGA is
Your
also
opinion ain't law, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's
got
Canadian.
We got another
Yeah,
shit show team too. That's flying under the radar. That ain't nobody calling them a shit show, but they are, and that's the Phoenix Suns. They are a shit show.
Yeah.
And I say they're a shit show because this whole now you looking to trade KD after you pretty much brought him there like, man, this is going to change the game. Bill, they trying to trade him.
No.
They got that no
He got a no
contract.
trade clause. They can't do
No,
anything.
no. You tried to trade. Nope. Tell the story right, man. KD wanted to go to Phoenix. He wanted to hook up with Devin Booker. They brought in Bill. It didn't work. So since Bill declined his trade option, which you gave him, Phoenix owner, you gave him a no trade clause. He declined it. You shifted to KD.
That came over in the Washington deal.
Yeah.
I thought they came with the Phoenix then.
No, he got that in Washington. He agreed to go to Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah,
My bad.
yeah,
But he wouldn't waive his no trade clause. So you shifted to KD out of nowhere. KD didn't ask for a trade. You tried to trade that man out of nowhere. He said, "Oh, that's what we own." So I'm not going to Golden State. I'm gonna make this difficult. I ain't doing that. We're discussing the offseason. So you brought up to trade KD out of nowhere.
That's why I say
You should have got more respect.
Nobody really talking about. If we gonna get New York to smoke, we gotta give the Suns to smoke too.
So KD said, "Okay, cool. That's what we own. Let's do it in the offseason. I ain't going to Golden State. I'm finna make this difficult as hell.
Yeah.
We're doing it in the offseason. That's what y'all want to do. We're doing it in the offseason. Because remember, he did not ask for a trade.
Well, I don't. It's no way in hell that KD want to go back to Golden State. He's still getting kind of shitted on for that decision. So that'll never happen. The problem with Phoenix is the same issue that Milwaukee had when they traded for Dame. And I wish teams would learn from this. All that 3 superstars, super team shit is dead. It's dead. And that's why when people were saying KD to Houston, no. Now, if you can just sign him, it's one thing. But looking at KD deal with Phoenix, what all they gave up? Bridges. They gave up a lot of really
Cam Johnson,
Chris Paul. Like those cats really were.
Dancer was just
man.
Get out of town. We need him gone.
But I'm just saying that's those players that people. What I brought up earlier when I mentioned the Drew Holidays and cats like that, like even you can call Caruso one of those cats that are important, and you trading those cats away for a megastar. Look at what destroyed. I'm gonna tell you now. What destroyed LeBron's Laker era is the Russell Westbrook deal.
But that was a LeBron doing.
Exactly. But I'm saying it destroyed. Even KCP was just on a podcast talking about that. He said we could have got 1 or 2 more rings. Yep. We'd have kept the nucleus together.
Should have at least let him run it back and see what would have happened.
Yeah, I think they ran it back, but everybody was injured. A bunch of injuries. That AD got hurt. A bunch of people got hurt. Even LeBron got hurt that next year, if I'm not mistaken. But it should show that that shit does not work. And now with the rumor of KD going to San Antonio, you got to give up a lot of shit to match salaries, and you're giving up intricate players that fit in that system, players that are valuable, not just on the scoreboard, but other ways. I don't know why top teams still haven't learned.
They're not ready yet.
It doesn't work.
You can't just plug KD in San Antonio and think that's finna just go to the top. Wendy ain't ready like that. He's up and coming, and I get it. Chris Paul on his last legs. Harrison Barnes. Now that rookie is good. Out of Connecticut, rookie of the year. He good.
Yeah. And they about to get that boy from Rutgers too now. They had number 2.
They got like number 2 or
they two.
Okay. Yeah. So they finna get another young stud type dude. Like they up and coming. KD is on his last legs, bro. Like he needs somebody that's there now, and maybe he'll take him over the top.
Think about it. What do you have to give up to get KD? Because you got to trade for him. He ain't a free agent.
Yeah.
You got to trade for this dude.
Phoenix ain't finna be cheap about it. You got to give us something now.
But the salaries got to match. You got to. It's gonna be more than draft picks. You got to throw players in there.
And the salaries got to match. He making 54 million, something like that. So he got to match the salary.
So you giving up something.
You might have to extend it.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the one thing why I think we talk about the team jumping. You got to respect LeBron for this. He played out his contracts, and he went where he wanted to go in free agency. You didn't have to trade, didn't have to go through these massive trades.
The smart thing that LeBron was doing, he had short contracts. Purposely. So
LeBron signs a 2-year with a 1-year opt out every year, and he opts out every year.
Yeah.
And he do the same thing every year.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That always gave him the option to say, okay, if I want to bounce, I can.
Right.
I'm not putting these 5-year contracts on, or the Scottie Pippen 10-year, or the Magic Johnson lifetime contract. You know what I'm saying?
Think about it, man. Phoenix was they were one of the young up and coming teams. Not saying KD ruined them, but look at what that move did. They didn't even make the damn playoffs. Trying to go with
the Cam Johnson, the Devin. Like they had a like you said, up and coming squad.
Team. Do what OKC did. You just make little tweaks. You don't go massive with a deal like that. And now they even talking Minnesota with Ja Moran and pairing somebody up with Ant-Man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Ja needs his own team. He can't go nowhere where it's another ball dominant too. Anthony Edwards needs the ball. That would never work. That would never work. Because Ja dominates the ball just like Anthony Edwards dominates the ball. That would never work. That would never work.
The same with Minnesota. What would they have to give up to get KD? They got to give up some of that young talent over there.
Nas Reed, McDaniels.
You got to give up Jamie McDaniels.
Yeah, the one person that is untouchable is McDaniels.
Should be.
Listen,
you don't think so for KD? KD is another perimeter dude.
I know, but
McDaniels have to be in a deal for KD though.
He got to.
I'm not taking that deal without McDaniels.
He is a two-way player, man, and that's rare in the league now. Two-way players. Back in the day, we had two-way players damn near on every team, multiple. Yeah. Now, that's not common. So giving up a two-way player is difficult. A la Denver when they gave up Brown. He was a guard, but he was a two-way player. And when he left, it hurt him. It hurt them big time.
That's where it started. Their downfall started actually then. They started getting rid of people every year.
They gave up Jeff Green. Remember, Green was significant in that. Green was significant in that championship run.
Yeah, it's the hard hat guy.
Like every year, they just start losing people, man. And they,
Yeah, KCP, another two-way player.
That's right. He went to Orlando.
Hurt LA. Caruso hurt LA when they got rid of him. Two-way players, man, they are so important in today's game.
That hurt.
You don't realize it until you let them go.
Now, Drew Holiday then went to two franchises that were significant, bringing them championships, and now Boston's ready to move on from, just like Milwaukee moved on from. I don't get it. I don't get how people don't see how valuable this dude is, man.
Well, they're gonna get rid of Porzingis too. But
I understand. I understand Porzingis. I get it. You can move on from him. That's okay. Cause he get hurt stepping out the tunnel. Like the dude is just so fragile, man.
How old is Holiday? Ain't he about 35, 34, 35-ish?
He up there.
Yeah.
He up there.
Okay, so he another vet that he's probably gonna go to another contender.
Well, you take a year off from him because he did take a year off from the game to take care of his wife. So add another year onto his game. You know.
Yeah.
But
well, we can do that with KD. KD missed a couple years because of injury.
That is true. So we
can technically do that with KD.
Now, we're at the top of the hour. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we are going to discuss Team NBA versus Team World in the All-Star game. Well, we ain't talked about it yet, and it came out a couple weeks ago. So, Sean, take us to a commercial.
Hey, it's your boy, the Superback, Sean Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best. I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Every body in a work zone is someone's somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
All right, fellas, as I said, Team USA versus Team World. Now, I'm going to give you potential starting five for the world. Now, it can be some plug and play in there, some different players that could plug in there, but potential You got the MVP, SGA, former MVP, the Joker. You got Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You almost had it.
I was close.
You're doing good.
Yeah, you were there.
You got Luka. And you know what? We'll throw in Wemby as their starting five. Now, you could have Karl Anthony Towns. You can have Cigars from Houston. Franz Wagner.
You go disrespecting Siakam again.
Hey, Siakam
the man might be a Finals MVP. If he wins.
Yeah, Jamal Murray, Zubac, Sabonis. You got some players out there now.
The whole Canada team.
Right. Now, Team USA, potential starters. You got Curry. Ant-Man. It won't be Tatum because Tatum ain't gonna be back from injury.
Right, he won't be ready.
He ain't gonna be ready. You got Bron. AD. Now some of the reserves, somebody got to step in for, Tatum. Are they gonna put Brown in his spot? You gotta say Brunson.
Would Embiid be USA since he played in the Olympics?
Embiid got to see which way he going.
He played for Team USA, so he gotta be on the USA side.
KD, I'm gonna throw in Cade Cunningham because he had his coming out party. Evan Mobley, another big man. You got Booker. I mean, man,
Donovan Mitchell. Yeah.
Who wins this game, man? Who wins this game? Because it's some players that said you got Team World, Kev. Why? Please explain yourself.
I do. I got Team World because they're gonna take it seriously. And I think you left Giannis out, by the way. I didn't hear you say his name. I got Team World.
Cool.
You said Giannis?
Yeah, he almost had the last name right.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah, almost had the last name.
So I got Team World because I think Team World will take it more serious than Team USA. I think Team World will come out serious. No, they're laughing, joking, the layup line. They're gonna come out and ball. Team USA just gonna feel we're Team USA, right? We're gonna win, y'all. But I think it's gonna get serious when Team USA realize, oh shit, we gotta hoop. We gotta actually play these guys. SGA, Giannis, Luka, like think of the names you name. Joker, like they gonna play, bro. They gonna play hard. They gonna play to win. I got Team World. Not that I'm anti-America, nothing like that. But in this basketball game, I got Team World.
Yeah, I think the problem with the U.S. gonna throw the old heads out there. LeBron, KD, Steph. They're gonna throw all the old heads out there, and they're gonna be the ones, and they're gonna be the ones leading the charge instead of taking the back seat for one of the younger cats to shine, just like they did in the Olympics. And I think that's not gonna work against the world. So I'm gonna care. I think the world get them. They share the ball better. They got some passes.
They're gonna play, and I think they're gonna play hard.
Yeah,
the USA gonna play hard, but it's gonna be once they realize, oh shit, we can't get embarrassed. The world gonna play hard on the opening tip.
Okay,
that's my opinion.
I disagree with both of y'all. I think there's no way in hell Team USA is going to come out not ready to play. All right. This is going to be on this right here. The rating's going to be ridiculous for this just to see this game. They're going to be watch parties, unlike what we got now. But this right here is going to be, and from the tip, I think it's going to be a slug match. I'm not going to say that Team USA just going to run away with it. I'm not saying that. Not at all. But what I'm saying is they're going to take this personal, like we don't want to be the ones to get busted on national TV, because then you're gonna have Charles, Kenny, you're gonna have Shaq roasting the hell out of them, and they are not trying to have that. They're not.
I mean, but what I mean, if you're talking about like a lot of those foreign guys from their home country, they play with a lot of pride. U.S. players are kind of more flash and grab. You know what I mean? So
they don't take it serious.
I think the world would play better as a team. I think the U.S. you're gonna see a lot of Mitchell got the ball at the top, do his thing. Ant-Man got the ball at the top, do his thing, chuck up a shot. Steph gonna throw up his threes. LeBron gonna do some crazy shit just to show off. KD gonna chuck it.
You know what? I'm not disagreeing on y'all, but you know what's going to be? It depends on who the coach is for Team USA.
Well, the Olympic coach.
They may have to bring Pop back.
Well, who's the Olympic coach? Steve Kerr retired. Who's the Olympic coach? Spoelstra?
I don't know who's taking over next.
Don't know who's taking over. That's
up to the Olympic coaches.
That's up to Grant.
The only chance the U.S. got is to leave some of them old heads at home. People like LeBron and them should take the All-Star weekend off. And I know they're not going to do it.
They're not going to do that.
But the U.S. will need the U.S. will need, but we talk about as a team, the U.S. going to need some Derek Whites. They're going to need cats like that out there.
Okay.
They're
going to need those cats. They're going to need them type of cats.
You need a Derek White out there. You need a Drew Holiday out there. You need hard hat cats that ain't trying to score and all of that stuff, and they actually gonna play some defense. Like, you're gonna have to pull out some of those cats.
You got to. But I think I don't know if it'll be in the All-Star game and everybody only really cares about the superstars. Are you going to put those hard hats on the team? How serious is the U.S. going to take this? Like, even when they building the team, I'm pretty sure the fan voting probably is out. But I don't know if it's going to what type of impact that's going to have if they even having a fan voting. But how are you going to assemble this team? Are you going to assemble it like you're getting ready for the Olympics and make sure you got some cats who do the dirty work? Or are you just going to throw all the superstars out there and say go for it?
I don't think, because it's an All-Star game, you can't get rid of the fan vote, right? Because it's an All-Star game. Mm-hmm. So whoever makes the All-Star team, that's the team. Like, that's what it's just gonna split it. World
the fan vote have to be used for both. You can't have a fan vote for the U.S. and not for the world. So it's going to matter on both sides.
So that's what I'm saying. They're not gonna get rid of the fan vote because it's All-Star. They're not gonna do that. I don't know how you separate or whatever, but
right.
Individual team. So
you go fan voting, you automatically getting Bron and Curry. They're gonna get vote. They're gonna get voted in. That's
okay. And KD.
More than likely KD, right? That's off top. You're gonna get those dudes. So Devin was Devin from here or from Canada?
Yeah, Devin Booker is
from USA.
Devin Booker, you got Devin. Like I just see a bunch of guys 1-on-1 trying to ooh out a crowd over, like you say, the world team ain't gonna try to be sexy with it. They going at it.
They just gonna hoop.
They're gonna go at it. They're gonna go at them.
Like, you don't think Giannis gonna play hard, bro? You don't think like they gonna come out and the USA gonna notice like, oh shit, we gotta play against them.
Have you ever noticed Giannis in the All-Star game?
Oh, yeah.
He don't care.
But he only got one speed though. That's Giannis.
He don't know. He can't like fake. Like he only know how to play hard, dog.
I mean, because that's how he became who he is. He's not a skilled basketball player. The
only other dude I really saw play hard that took it serious was Kobe Bryant. Like, Kobe was out there like, let's hoop. Let's see who the best. And everybody else like, hey, man, hold on, dog. We just all-star, man. We just chilling, you know. And Kobe took it serious. That's how Giannis takes it.
But I think the question you have to ask is the world team going to come in with an Olympic team mindset, like they're going for a gold medal, and are the U.S. players, or are the U.S. play and are the U.S. players going to come out like it's All-Star weekend? We partying, kicking, and having a good time. Like,
You're making my point. You're making my point. The world is going to take it serious from the opening tip.
Yeah.
They're going to take it serious. And the U.S. go, oh shit, we can't get embarrassed out here. Hey y'all, man, we need to
jump it up from half court and all that. Like,
well,
no,
you know,
not the game.
One thing about the world team, they big. They big and they all athletic, unless you want to point the finger at Luka and joke it as far as their defense. Yeah, they on that suspect. So, you know, that is one way Team USA always gets them, because that's all they're going to do is put them in the pick and roll and then just abuse them too.
Yeah, but I think we just pointed out too with this comment, though, how are you going to assemble that team? Like, are you going to get some defensive cats out there? Are you going to get them Derek White, Drew Holiday types out there? I don't see it.
It got to be my fan vote. Whoever makes the team, like you can't.
They're not going to do it for the All-Star game.
You can't.
Right.
So y'all know how the All-Star game goes, right? You try to reward people that's on the best team at the time, people that's never been an All-Star, knocking on the door, people that's having a great year at the time. You get voted in, and you can't go away from that trying to form this game, because now you're gonna add people that's not All-Stars just to put them in a. It's an All-Star game, y'all. Y'all got to keep in mind. That's an All-Star game. Right. So you can't recruit like it's the Olympics and just disregard people who's on the All-Star vote and put them in like this the Olympics. No, this is an All-Star game. So if you don't make the All-Star team, you can't just start plugging people that ain't All-Stars. Like, that ain't fair. Like, so whoever make the damn All-Star team, like, or the All-Star vote, I don't know how they would separate world and USA, but technically, this is still an All-Star game. It still go by votes.
Which is why I think the world gonna put hands and feet on.
Yeah, well, I agree with that.
Team concept, they're gonna put hands and feet on the US.
I agree with that. But how do you but think about it, y'all? It's the All-Star vote. So how do you separate world? Because it ain't like it's, 10 world and 10 USA. Like, how do you?
Well, I'm sure for the fans, to make it easy for them, they're going to have a list of potential world, potential USA. That's the only way that they're going to have to do it. It has a list of individuals that are technically eligible to be selected. They just can't have like a free for all, because if that's the case, they might as well just select the teams and just call it a day.
Yeah. But you're doing this. You're not just doing a game though, man. This is an All-Star weekend. So it's unfair for people that get voted, in an All-Star ballot to got to step aside because they're trying to put this game together. Now you changing what it is. Like, if you just want to put a game together and let's get ratings and let's see how it go, cool. This is All-Star weekend. So that's disrespectful for the people that got voted in All-Star. Like,
well, it's only the first 5 from each.
Right, when you fill in with the others, but you're gonna have. But then you're gonna if you're looking at trying to match up to win the All-Star game, it's gonna be a lot of snubs.
It's gonna be hella snubs.
Especially on the US side gonna have a lot of snubs.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Because you're gonna have the Jalen Brunson's, who's he's gonna deserve to be in, because he's gonna do what he do. Donovan Mitchell gonna do what he do. He deserves to be in there. Ant-Man, like, I don't know, but put those names together on one court, on one team. I don't see it working at all. I don't see it working. Joker's a type of superstar that you can put with anybody, because he could pass, and he's willing to. Like, Joker don't have to score 30. You know what I mean?
But you're gonna need some size on the US too. Just think about who you named on the world.
Outside of
Luka is big. Just them three. We ain't got to the guards.
Right.
So they gonna need some size too.
I don't know, but I've been waiting for this. I've been saying it's the only way to fix All-Star Weekend is USA.
We've been asking for it.
The only way to fix it.
I'm ready for it.
Fix it.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this for a while, and we finally getting what we said. And we always said this would fix the All-Star game, outside of.
But it's gonna make them play.
But this is where it's gonna be interesting because we in this transition period, just like when we transitioned from Bird and Magic and them into the Jordan era, and from the Jordan era into the Shaq, Kobe. This transition, this is what we're in right now. We're going into it. With those older superstars, man, are they really championship contenders anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like it's time. Like this is it.
They gotta be ready. And I don't know who I heard this. I don't know if it was Chris Broussard or somebody somebody this week said, because they were talking about the KD trade. They said your KDs, I think it was Broussard, your KDs, your LeBrons, not Steph, because Steph still kind of going. But your KDs and your LeBrons need to be on the team where they're not the best player. Definitely. They need another young gun, and then they give you what they can give you. But at this stage, they can't be the best player to win a championship. And that made sense to me. Like KD you can't rely on KD to give you 30, 35. You can't rely on LeBron to give you 30 a night. That ain't them no more. They need to have some young gun that's not necessarily, let's say, better than them per se, but they got to be the dude. And LeBron and KD just give you what they give you. Steph can still do it, but he's kind of winding down too. Like
he's starting to get hurt a lot.
Right, picking up nagging injuries. Right.
Picking up nagging injuries. So, but that's when when you go back to the Luka trade with the Lakers, I think they realized it now. Like a team like the Lakers going into it, it's not about Bron no more. It's not
they got built on Luka.
It's building around Luka's skill set. For the Lakers to be successful, I think Bron's going to have to average the lowest he's averaged since his rookie season. Like Bron going to have to be around that 21. He's going to have to be around that 20, 21 point, maybe even 19 a night. Like somebody else going to have to be the second guy. It's going to have to be Luka. And then if it's Austin Reeves, he continue to, keep coming. Bron has to be like a third option for a contender. We're talking about teams that can contend. And the same with KD. You're absolutely right. He's going to have to be the second, third guy. He can't be the top guy. I don't even know if Steph to be the top guy anymore. Be totally honest.
Steph need another bona fide. You know what I mean? Like the offense can't just go through because it's so obvious when Steph hurt. They're a completely different team. Like that can't be the case. Now that's supposed to be Butler, but bro, they completely different without that dude.
Yeah.
Like it can't be the main.
The whole system is built around Steph, though. Like the system is built around what Steph does best.
That is true.
Bro, the man pull a hamstring. You didn't even see him pull it. He just pulled a hamstring.
Well, I saw when he did
injuries.
When he did it, he still came back down and made a three, and then that's when he was like, "Oh, something ain't right."
Yeah.
Take that. We need that 20.
You know how when you first feel that tweak, you're like, "Oh shit, okay, let me see if maybe that's just a little." And then you run up and down that court. You run up that court once or twice. You're like, "Nah, I can't do
right."
this."
When you try to move side to side, it's like, wait. Right.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough, and then the U.S. definitely gonna be at a disadvantage without Kyrie and Tatum, because neither one of them gonna be there for the game.
They ain't gonna be ready at that time. You're right.
Forgot
about that. They ain't gonna be ready in February.
Get to some NFL, man. It's almost training camp time, brother.
Well, hey, your man showed up in town. He showed up in town. OTAs. People are like, oh,
Aaron Rodgers.
People are, they ain't got on this Aaron Rodgers train like crazy. Like, oh, y'all forget what this man could do. And it's like, well, he hasn't shown it in 3 years. So it's like, how can we just say, oh, he just finna bounce back to his MVP season,
Well, I think people are looking at it more from, well, we won 10 games with Russ and Justin Fields. Why can't we win at least can't win the same amount of games and possibly a playoff with Aaron Rodgers? They still feel like they upgraded at quarterback in their opinion. And I can agree with them that even though Rodgers hasn't been Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay, he's an upgrade over Russ and Justin Fields.
Okay, I rock with that. But again, you don't need MVP Aaron Rodgers. Bro, this is not your system. This is not your team. All we need you to do is come in here and be Aaron Rodgers. Don't turn the ball over, move the ball, right? We don't need you. I don't need MVP Aaron Rodgers, bro. We are a running and defensive team. We are who we are. So we're not throwing the ball 50 times a game. I'm quite sure they've told him that. Hey, man, we don't need that. We need you to steady the ship. Don't turn it over, right? Like, I don't need MVP Aaron Rodgers, man. This ain't that.
Can his arrogance accept that?
This is last go round. He has to.
He only signed a 1-year deal. I think to me, he just doesn't have I don't see a guy that cares about winning championships anymore. Like different when Brady went to Tampa, right? When he went, Brady still wanted to win. Brady still had to
prove it. I'm gonna prove that it was me, not you. Like he was still on.
I can do without Belichick, right? Rodgers doesn't have that attitude like he does anything to prove. He just doesn't. To him, I'm me. And this is what it's gonna be. Are you gonna accept maybe only throwing the ball 20, 25 times? Pittsburgh simply known for being a running team, that ground and pound, play good defense. I mean, he gonna want to use Metcalf and Rodgers gonna want to get off.
No, so, they don't let him throw the ball, but this ain't no 50 times game type thing. Like he got
Rodgers is going to have to let his tight end and that slot receiver gonna have to eat. DK gonna get his bomb here and there, but whoever's playing that slot and whoever playing the tight end, they got to eat as a running back does his thing for them to be successful. Negro Damas.
Okay, but he has to realize that, bro. And then you got to realize that didn't nobody else want you. Let's talk reality.
Nobody
else wants you, dog.
No.
So whatever they ask you to do, you got to be humble and willing to, you know what? Okay. We mainly run the ball. Right. You're gonna let me shine a little bit, but I can't have in my mind we're gonna just do it how I want, because this ain't my team. This is Tomlin's team. So you ain't coming in here. This ain't Green Bay, bro. This ain't the Jets. We're not hiring Randall Cobb. None of that. Like, this is what it is. And the fact that when the merry-go-round stopped, Pittsburgh was the only option you had. So you can do it how we want to do it, or we can part ways, bro.
Well, just the fact that Aaron Glenn flew him in to tell him to get out. I thought was amazing.
That was disrespectful, man.
Fly you in to tell you get out. Like that's crazy.
Hold on. And then put him in the room and say, we'll be right back. Came back, yeah, dog. So we decided we just gonna go do.
I think I'd rather be ghosted. I'd rather be ghosted than that, dog. Like, come on now. It's not me. It's not you. It's me.
That's me.
It's me. I need some time for myself.
That's the worst. That's the worst phrase.
Worst breakup line ever. It's not you, it's me.
It's not you, it's me. Then you got no disrespect.
No disrespect.
Those two phrases right there, know that a punchline is coming.
But bro, they didn't even discuss it in a meeting. They stepped out the room and came back and said, "Yeah, dog. So we talked about it. So go in a different direction."
You know what? I think what really happened though, when Aaron, when he got there, he probably came into the meeting with that old smug look on his face, like, yeah, you know. And Aaron Glenn looked and said, "You a fucking lie. You out of here." So his when he walked in with that attitude, no, we're not having that. Soon as he saw his face, that little smug look he be having on his face.
So is that why they flew him in? He wanted to see his face?
Yeah, he kind of wanted to see the energy. Like you know somebody come in the room and the energy change. He probably wanted to see what it was.
So you let me frame this up. They had a Law and Order sting. So they had cameras everywhere watching them walk in. Tutuola is like, yeah, Glenn, this ain't looking good.
This ain't it, player.
He's like, this ain't it. He guilty. He guilty.
Yeah, so man, the quarterback position is too important, man, to have. And that's why I don't see any scenario where it works in Pittsburgh. Like, even I understand now, like I said, you know, they did reveal that he had 2 family members battling cancer and things like that. But at the very least, you at least sign. You sign and then say, hey, I'm going to take care of some personal matters, then I'll be back. You don't wait until June to sign.
But the deal was already done. He just didn't sign it. The deal apparently...
But really, the players didn't know that, kid.
Look stupid, and Pittsburgh wasn't making no comment whatsoever. The deal was already done.
But at least, but the players didn't know it. Who that said to leave his old ass in the retirement home?
The organization did.
Right.
How you gonna tell the team?
But see, the thing is, even after he announced that he had 2 family members with cancer and all of that, that's what he was dealing with. Nobody cared. Nobody gave him no sympathy. They just said, whatever. You know, they still was throwing him under the bus.
But the organization never made a comment. The players were chirping because the players didn't know what was going on. Tomlin, you never heard the organization. No, Pittsburgh never said anything.
Yeah, but players also understand too.
It was done.
Players understand too that if just the quarterback is supposed to be the new leader of our team.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a rapport with the center, with none of the receivers, like nothing. It was no off-season, like flying out to Florida and working out together. It was none of that. Like, I'm just gonna come in June OTAs with my shorts on. I'm calling the plays. I run the squad. Like I'm the captain or whatever, and we're gonna get behind this guy and follow him. I don't see how that's gonna happen. I don't see it.
Which is why he showed up for mandatory. He didn't show up for OTAs.
Mm-hmm.
He showed up, walked right in, signed the contract for mandatory OTA, whatever it is. So now, you know, he starts all this. But somebody in the organization had to, whether it was the team captain, like somebody had to know, okay, he coming, dog. He just ain't coming to mandatory. Like somebody had to, because the organization, think about it.
Yeah, but
he didn't pop up and say, all right, y'all, mandatory next week. All right, I'm gonna come on and sign with y'all.
But the good faith would have been to sign before the draft, at least. Sign before the draft. And then, okay, at least we know you signed, but you're going through something. Okay, you'll come in, he'll be here mandatory, but at least he's on the team. To not sign, that's not a commitment. You could say, I'm going to take you to the prom. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean we're going to tux and show up. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I think it's a horrible situation, man. But I want to jump on this the Cincinnati thing with the rookie.
Yeah, let's do that.
That Cincinnati thing. Another shit show.
Now, this Ben team. Don't hide now, Ben.
Shit show. I'm calling it out what it is, Kev.
They won't sign a pass rusher.
This ain't my team. I like Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he like Joe.
Let's frame that up.
Okay. Okay. So the best defensive player is holding out. You don't want to pay him. There's a rookie that didn't call some language in the contract. They say, hold on, player. Hold on now. To the point he went to OTAs and left.
Yeah.
Left.
Yeah.
I don't know. He changed his language. Either he caught it or his agent. Somebody caught some language to where they was trying to get some money later on. Something wasn't guaranteed or whatever. Whatever the language was. He said, hold on. So he didn't just sit out. He bounced. He left.
Yeah. Well, let's put some of this on Joe Burrow too, because I think the mistake he made was publicly coming out and saying he wanted Chase and Higgins back. Didn't put Hendrickson in there at all. It's still the same thing. Joe Burrow put up amazing numbers last year. So does he care? Does he only care about his numbers, or does he care about winning? Because let's face it, I don't care if you Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, whoever it is. If you ain't got no defense, bro, you ain't winning. You ain't winning no bowl.
And that was the problem.
Yeah. You're not getting a chip. And then to take your first round rookie was Shamar Stewart, if I'm not mistaken, right, Sean? I think it's Shamar Stewart. And I think it's basic language that's supposed to be in every rookie contract that they try not to give them. It's like some basic with the guarantees or something. Like they trying to like short me. Like, hold on, I just want what the rookie's supposed to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that they playing with. I don't understand what's going on in Cincy. This organization has been, go all the way back to Carson Palmer. Palmer got to the point where he threatened to retire.
Damn, you gonna go back to Palmer? You might as well throw what's my man with the red head?
Andy Dalton.
Right.
Andy Dalton. Yeah. I mean, we always talk about here in Chicago how the organization and how shit is ran. Cincy ain't
Cincy ain't never put no money into their defense. It's always been offense, and they couldn't stop a cold on a good day.
But you can't sign your best player, bro, on defense. Really? Like if you don't, okay, I get everybody else.
All your money tied up in the 3 players.
Well,
and the 3 dudes taking up almost 80% of their salary cap.
And that's his fault.
Right.
Shannon Sharp said this a long time ago. He said, hey, man, when it comes to free agency and you want to sign me, I ain't got nothing to do with your salary cap. That's a you problem.
Exactly. It is.
This is my free agency. Give me what I'm owed. I'm not negotiating, no team friendly, none of that. That's a you problem. That's the GM and the owner problem.
If that's the case,
because your next play could be your last. Shannon Sharp said that.
Right. Now, Joe Burrow is the face of the Bengals, right? Without a doubt. He's the face.
Okay.
He shouldn't have said nothing publicly about wanting them to sign Chase and Higgins. He should have just stayed quiet. Like, let them sort that out and let the GM do their job. Let them build an actual team.
True.
It's a selfish look. Yeah, I care about throwing 4,500 yards.
That was media failure right there.
Yeah. You can't come out and say that. I get it, that's your guy. Them your guys or whatever. Of course, you always want to play with your guys, but for the sake of the team, if I'm trying to really win a championship, no, I need them dudes.
But
from the outside looking in, I think Higgins was ready to go.
We don't know if one of them media guys, how they trick you into talking about something and they be real cool about it, and then they ask you this question, and then you responding to the question, and now it's flipped into a whole nother thing. Then he say, well, what about your defensive guys? Now he looking like, but we was talking about the offense. Now that could have been it. I'm just saying, could be. But I think they're gonna take care of him because if they don't need him,
they're gonna have to. And
it's at a stalemate. And what they doing, they holding out, so can't nobody afford to sign Hendrickson at this point for what he wants. Everybody's cap being used up. That's why they take this. They would have been trading. They could have traded him for the draft. You would have got high picks for Hendrickson. Maybe not a first rounder. So you definitely could have got a third.
I never agree with Gandy, but I have to agree with Gandy in his point. Since he should have let Higgins walk, they should have signed Hendrickson. It's a lot easier to sign a wide receiver than a dominant edge rusher. I mean, Gandy, you cooking with grease on that one. You know, I know
They
you
could
don't want to lose Higgins.
franchise them last year. Let the man go. You obviously didn't want him. You franchised. So now he a free agent. Burrow is campaigning for him. I think Higgins wanted to bounce anyway. Now you're gonna take
Well,
what you get.
he wanted to bounce. He wanted his money, and then you know the front office is gonna try to finagle finances however they can because they know that he's an important part of that offense, and they don't want to lose him. So that franchise tag is in a tool belt. How many guys have got franchised over the years, man?
Yeah, but I'm still not letting up on Joe. I'm not letting up on Joe Burrow though with this. I'm not.
No.
And I think a lot of it, the reason they did bring Higgins back, you had to bring one of them back, either Higgins or Chase, right? One of them had to come back. More than likely it was going to be Jamar Chase. More than likely it's going to be Jamar Chase. Like you just, it's a selfish move, you know. And they and in Cincy's mind, maybe they thinking, look, we don't want Joe to ask for a trade out of here after another year or two of this shit. At least if he putting up his numbers, I think he's okay. That's a bad look on him. Definitely top 5 quarterback in the league. I mean, Joe is who he is. But Josh Allen then lost receivers. Mahomes then lost receivers. Like Lamar Jackson loses receivers every year. Like Joe, like, no, I want my guys. Even if that means the defense ain't gonna be shit for another 5 years. I want my guys.
But if he got it like that, and he got them to keep Higgins, he can very easily walk in there. Hey man, we need Henderson, man. Do what you got to do. Like he can very easily do the same thing. He the man on the team, right?
Yeah.
Hey, we can't.
What they saying is this all we can afford to give them right now because y'all eating up the cap. We ain't got no money.
Well,
I mean they got money, but you got it when you got a hard cap, man. You got it.
Now this will show how bad Joe wants to win if he restructures his deal. Now he already got his deal. He can restructure it and say, okay, restructure my deal so we can get this, keep this man. We need him. Restructure my deal so I get paid on the back end of my deal.
Mahomes did that.
That's how you would know if Joe is serious.
Exactly.
You can say, all right, dog, you know, you're right. We do need him. We just don't have the money. Let's start with you. Are you willing to restructure your shit so we can get some money to him?
So where does this put Joe in the quarterbacks with the most pressure next season? Most pressure on them. Because everybody talk about the second year guys with Caleb and Jaden, but give me your top 5 quarterbacks with the most pressure on them to win this year.
Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow is in that conversation. That's 3, right? To win the Super Bowl or advance? Like what's the real goal here?
It's always the goal of the Super Bowl, but just to take the next step, you got to go take your team further than they went last year.
Okay.
But Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson is Super Bowl at this point. Like
for them it's Super Bowl.
It's Super Bowl.
Joe Burrow is to get back to the playoffs, number 1. But Justin Herbert, see more out you, bro. Like you supposed to be this dude, right?
That's 4. That's a good list.
4. Damn, who right there?
I'm shocked you ain't got this one, because he in your division. Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott.
Okay. How long we been on Dak, man?
Can I give you my 5 before you go, Kev?
Go ahead, Ben.
My top 5, and they are in order 1 through 5. And I'm gonna give you a honorable mention. Rodgers is number 1. He got a lot to prove. Number 2. Yeah, pressure is mug when it comes to him. Number 2 is Dak. Number 3 is Josh Allen. You got to get over this hump sooner or later. And matter of fact, he is 3A and 3B is Lamar.
Okay.
Then I'm coming with Burrow. And my honorable mention is Caleb.
Caleb only in year 2. That's not fair.
No. Pressure-wise. He has been handed.
He has to be better.
Everything.
Come on now. Man,
I'm speaking on pressure. Pressure to do better.
Have a big year.
Have a big year. That's my list.
I like your list. I'm not necessarily with the order though, because for me, I'm putting Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson 1 and 1A.
Yeah,
like they got to be 1 and 1A, man, because they at that ceiling, man. Like it's damn near Super Bowl or bust for those cats right now.
But it's true.
Anything outside of the Super Bowl for them is a failure.
Yeah.
So that's why I put. But I agree with the rest of your list. Definitely Dak.
Why is Aaron Rodgers on there though?
What pressure
does Aaron Rodgers have signing a 1-year contract with a team that's not better than Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson's team, and he's in the same conference with Patrick Mahomes? Like, what pressure does he have?
Because it's a team that's won 10 games every year, and with a coach that's never had a losing record, and you bringing him in, you got to at least get out of the first round. You got to at least win a playoff game.
Yeah. He
is less
out of that first round,
especially after that shit showing with the Jets what we just saw.
Right.
Like,
because guess what? That's all they're gonna remember in his legacy is the last 3 to 5 years. Because before that, he really doesn't have this huge resume of winning. He got 1 chip.
He got one. He finna win 1 in Pittsburgh. Like what?
He got 4 MVPs.
But if he's gonna retire after this, come on, man, you gotta have a good showing before you say it's all over, or they gonna you gonna be that mediocre.
Yeah, because now I think you're looking at legacy now. Because what if Pittsburgh only won 7 games with you, and we won 10 with Russ and Justin last year. I mean, you supposed to be when Brett Favre went to the Jets. Remember when he left Green Bay, went to the Jets, pressure was on. He did all right. Then he went to Minnesota, pressure was on. He almost got them to a bowl. You got to get there.
Right.
So I agree. There's a lot of pressure on Rodgers. I'm gonna give you a young cat with more pressure on than people think, than people are saying. I think Jaden Daniels got a lot of pressure on him.
Oh, you know what? I got him down right below Caleb.
Yes. Because he peaked fast. They got to the NFC Championship. You can't go backwards.
Bro, y'all putting a lot of pressure on year 2 quarterbacks. That's bro.
Like what it is.
Like
so you trying to tell me that the pressure wasn't on CJ Stroud?
He had a great rookie year, right?
And he had a mediocre sophomore year.
Dude is offensive.
Same team.
But you can't. So they're going into year. CJ going into year 3. McDaniels and Caleb going into year 2, and y'all say it's pressure.
It's pressure because of where they finished his rookie year. I'm just saying, you peaked. That's a quick peak. That's a quick peak, though.
Okay, so Jaden Daniels. Let's say he takes. I'm not saying he's gonna have a terrible year, but let's say he takes a step back, right? And let's say Washington all that this year, or whatever. They're still good. Like Houston still made the playoffs, but Stroud didn't have the season he had. Why is the pressure on him in year 2?
The same way he got all the kudos. The same way he got all the kudos to get him to the NFC Championship game. This is your ceiling. This is it. Right. You peak quick.
Right.
Like Caleb got a little time to build up. So if the Bears just win 9 games and don't win the playoffs, and Caleb have a good year, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. If Washington don't even make the playoffs, how you gonna look at Jaden? It's a step back, right?
Is it his fault?
It's not his fault, but he's the quarterback.
We're not talking about whose fault it is. It's a step back, Kev. That's what we trying to get to.
One two-year quarterback, dog. Don't do that, dog. Because when you do that, and the media does that too. That's the media.
Baby.
When you put pressure on a 1 and 2 year in the league quarterback like that. Oh, but you won last year, you ain't win this year. Oh, you ain't nothing. That's bullshit.
No, we see, Kev, you putting words that we didn't say. We did not say he's not nothing or nothing like that. We said, is it a step back? He put his ceiling way up.
We think he's
what? You do Joe Burrow the same way. Joe Burrow went to the chip, and then he has stepped back since.
Ever since. Went to the bowl, ain't did nothing since.
That's his ceiling.
Too,
when you make it that high, you got a ceiling, and each year they looking to make you to get there.
You don't think it's pressure on Brock Purdy? And Brock Purdy just signed, got paper, $55 million a year.
The only pressure would be on Brock Purdy is because now they paid you, now they expect something out of you. You didn't give a damn about Brock Purdy. Like Brock Purdy walked into a situation, he had a hell of a team, which made 2 NFC championships and 1 Super Bowl or something like that since he been the quarterback.
Yeah, with Purdy. They went with Smith.
That wasn't because he got expectations now because now they paid you.
I mean, Garoppolo.
So now you get expectations off that. Right. One of them years was Garoppolo. You're right.
Garoppolo was one of them years.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got expectations.
Losing, they always look at the quarterback. They don't say the whole team. They look at the quarterback. The quarterback gets most of the juice.
Too much credit and not enough blame. Yep. Every time. He never gets this. It's just what it is. Because everybody's saying, even though Caleb and Jaden numbers were very close, it wasn't a big difference in the actual numbers. The biggest thing was the wins, right? So
Jaden had the better team, man. So I keep using this example.
I'm not gonna necessarily say the better team.
CJ Stroud steps back, even though CJ Stroud still made the playoffs or wild card, whatever. He took a step back on what you saw his first year. That's understandable. So if Jaden Daniels take a step back, that ain't alarming. It's second year in the damn league. People figured him out. That's not alarming. That's not. You ain't live up to expectations, man. You ain't do this. No, that's not fair. That's not fair.
We're not saying it's his fault. It's other factors that's gonna be in there, like what the coach does. If players get hurt, yeah. But when it all said and done, they're gonna say, Jaden, you step back.
And then you got to understand too, man. A lot of it, even with Washington, because Washington is my step back team this year. I think they're gonna take a step back.
Okay.
Because the expectations are way too high. They had a good year, but we saw what happened when they went up against Philly in that NFC Championship game. It was varsity versus frost-off, pretty much.
It's levels. Okay.
It was levels to it. I think Washington got a lot of 50-50 things that went their way, a lot of the fail Mary. You know, you got lucky. Dak got hurt, so you got Dallas who went down. You know, so just within the division, and there was a lot of games that they pulled out. Like at the end, it's not going to always happen. So they had one of those damn near like the 2018 Bears before the doink, before the
you got some love.
Yeah, right.
What happened?
But now the expectations going into the following year are up here. So if you don't at least get back there, people ain't gonna start chirping. They don't care about what year you in.
Right.
That's pressure.
Even if he doesn't get back there, but he gets close, then it's okay. But if you don't get close and you fail and like Lefty said, he don't make the playoffs, the chirping gonna be there.
It's the same pressure that, as unfair as it was, that was on Caleb last year, right? Because everybody want this rookie. Said the Bears gonna win 10, 12 games. They got all these receivers and all this. And people are starting to put the bus word out there, like, which I think is utterly ridiculous.
Caleb is on the #1 draft pick pressure. Now, if you want to say that, okay, cool. He's on the #1. You're the #1 draft pick. You were supposed to be all that. Okay, that's a different thing than him just going in his second year. Oh man, we need you to shoot up the charts, dog. We need you to be hold on, dog. Man, only in the second year. Now, if you want to say #1 draft pick pressure.
Okay, Kev, I want you to hear what you just said. So when we sitting in the shop watching the game and Caleb is playing and you dogging him and you all on him, oh yeah, this gonna come back. He's in his second year. Give him a break, Kev. But you ain't gonna do that.
No. I got on him for holding the ball last year. Y'all remember when I was yelling out?
Holding the ball. Hold the ball again, you gonna dog him. You're gonna dog him.
Playing off time. Not playing on time. That was his big issue. But when you look at the numbers for a rookie, those are outstanding. Those are pretty good numbers for a rookie quarterback.
Even if man took 70 sacks, he still put up numbers. Cool. And like you said, if you really compare the numbers, he wasn't that far off from Jamie Duff. Cool. But man, still only in the second year. See, I'll come to his defense on this. It's only in the second year, dog. Yeah, now let's see if the offensive line improve. He don't take as many sacks, right? Let's see if Ben Johnson makes him get rid of the damn ball.
I'm recording you. I'm recording you right now.
I'm saying, I'm gonna take his side in that I don't think he has pressure to be like you saw what you saw what Jaden did. All of a sudden, Caleb was supposed to repeat that. You saw what CJ Stroud did. Caleb was supposed to repeat that. Like he has pressure being a #1 draft pick. What he's going to turn out to be, not he's supposed to just do what these other guys are doing in the second year. That's unfair to me.
But it's unfair. But even team wise, once you get in that where they expect you to win 10, 11 games a year, that's a lot of pressure. So Caleb, they only won 5 last year. So even winning 7 or 8 this year,
anything higher,
a huge improvement. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Let Washington mess around, don't make the playoffs. Those conversations are gonna be totally different. Different conversations.
So Washington bad year.
They had a lucky year. Jaden ain't what we thought he was. It's gonna be.
I keep giving y'all the CJ Stroud example.
Right. Exactly.
But they still make
But actually, Houston made the playoffs and it was a bullshit call from probably beating Kansas City.
Hey, fellas, we ended our ride. Hey, man, it went quick once we started getting into it, man. But we need to give our parting shots, man. KDL, it's on you.
Hey, shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate the ride. Appreciate y'all tuning in and comments and all that every week. Enjoy y'all Saturday. Hey, shout out to Swig. Happy birthday, bro. A lot of birthdays coming up. Sick of y'all already. But happy Saturday. Thanks for tuning in.
Lefty.
Hey, man, happy Saturday. Next weekend, man. 10-year anniversary, man. Toast to 10. Fellas, man, we're going to do it big, man. Come join us. Carlisle, Saturday 2 to 8. Mont Palm Lake, Sunday from noon until dusk. So, man, come out, celebrate with us. Got a dope DJ line up for y'all, man. Shout out to everybody. Happy birthday, Swig. And especially, man, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Right, happy Father's Day there. Hey, Chris, happy birthday to you as well. RJ, all the fellas that are on this June ride that y'all about to be on. Kev,
DY coming up. Everybody, yeah. Chris, happy birthday, fellas.
Where there's smoke,
there's the fellas. 10 years, baby. Toast to 10, baby.
Let's get to July.
Give it a shout out.